Now look out, no one's going to stop her, will they? Emma Tonegano, the next generation has arrived. Ruan can score, and the Roosters are the NRLW premiers.
Hello and welcome to a very special show here on Nine's Wide World of Sports. We are going to announce the RLPA Players' Dream Team for season 2022 in the NRLW. We'll quickly run you through the rules. Essentially, at the end of the season, you can vote for one player in each position, but not from your team. I'm joined, as always, by Ruan Sims and Allana Ferguson. Let's get stuck straight into it. So many players really to highlight from the season that was. But as for your fullbacks, our finalists are Sammy Bremner, Gail Broughton and Tamika Upton. Roo, who would you pick in the number 1 jersey?
Look, this is such a toughie. Because it's voted on, obviously, by the players. So it's not like you have to play every single game. I think Sam Bremner's been huge for the Roosters. I'll stick with Sam. I'll stick with Sam Bremner. Yep.
Allana, who are you picking?
Yeah, I'm going to go Tamika Upton. She's leading the way for me. I know that she didn't play for a couple of games, but her influence before, and particularly the game that she came back, exponential.
How good was she on the weekend? Oh,
yep, she's a freak.
Let's take a look at the wingers now, and our 4 finalists are Tegan Berry, Jamie Fraser, Julia Robinson and Leanne Tafunga.
Do we really just have to pick one out of these?
Yeah, you can't. Oh, you want to be nice to everyone, I know.
No. Well, there's 2 wingers. There's not one winger.
Well, I've been instructed you're only allowed to pick one.
All right, I am going to go with Julia Robinson.
Yeah, me too.
Julia Robinson.
Me too.
The work she gets through. Tegan has been huge. She's been so good for the Dragons. But Julia's work in the backfield, like what she gets done defensively as well, I think, yeah, that's who I'm picking.
Yeah, I'm the same. The way she contributes to the team's go forward, particularly. Tegan Berry's had some enormous individual efforts that have got really points on the board. So honestly, all 4 of them. This is a very hard show to do because everyone that comes up are superstars and enormous for their teams.
And it's so great to see Jamie Fraser scoring tries and healthy and fit and ready to go. So yeah.
Plenty of superstars in the centres as well. So our finalists are Jamie Chapman, Shanae Sazolka, Isabel Kelly and Ivania Politi.
This is another difficult one because I think Shanae Sazolka has been so good for the Bronx. But I'm going to go with Isabel Kelly for the Roosters. I think being captain as well this year, again, her work rate out of the backfield is huge. And the only reason I'm not picking Vanny is because they kind of moved her to fullback. And I think if she'd had more time at fullback, she'd probably be really pushing for fullback of the year as well. So I'm tipping, Izzy.
Yeah, I'm a little bit the same with Jamie Chapman. I feel like she needs to be in there somewhere because she's been unbelievable, but she has had a little bit of movement.
Wing, centre.
With the back too. So, yeah, I'm also going to go with Isabel Kelly.
All right, let's take a lolook at the 5'8". It's a tough one. You can pick a number of people in every position. Taryn Aiken, Talia Fuimaono and Zahara Tamara from the Roosters.
I've gone with Taryn Aiken for this one. I think her work rate for the Broncos has been huge and she's in my team of the year. So Taryn for me.
I think Zahara Tamara's had a massive year, particularly pairing up with Ray.
How good is it?
They're so in sync and they played some brilliant football together. But Taryn Aiken for me too. I think individually in games where they didn't have all of the swings, she took the line on, she made some brilliant tackles as well. But her role in the halves and getting the Broncos on the front foot, I thought she did that consistently every single game.
And Talia got moved around a little bit
as
well.
She
played centre, she played back row.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Taryn
for us.
Yeah, Taryn Aiken from the Broncos. She's been a star ever since she pulled on that jersey. Let's take a look at the halfbacks, the finalists for the number 7 jersey. No huge surprise, Racey McGregor, what a season she had. Rachel Pearson and the young superstar from the Knights, Jessie Southwell. What a revelation she has been.
She's been huge and I've tipped Ray for this one. I think what I've seen out of her, especially when you consider she didn't have a contract coming into the year, she's stood up, she's played a huge role half partnering with Z. I think she's been huge for the tricolours. So Ray McGregor for me, but Jessie Southwell, what a debut. What a way to kick off.
Well, she's got everyone excited, doesn't she? Seriously, and I think her performance throughout the year, she's been building on her game each round. We get to see her in the grand final, which is so exciting because she's something special. But yeah, Racine McGregor has been elite every game in terms of being a number 7, having that creativity. I think she's got the full package. She's strong in defence, which is important as a half because you can get targeted. But game management, kicking, the right kick selection, and then being able to execute it, and then also being crafty and creative when they do have attacking footy. She ticks every box every single time she took the field.
Moving on to the props, and we had plenty of tries scored from the props as well. Lots of skill, so I know Rue was loving
Don't look
this
so
this
surprised,
year.
Emma.
No, I'm not surprised, just pointing it out that they're versatile. Millie Boyle, Caitlin Johnston, Shannon Marto, and Salah Tongatuki. Who are we picking?
This is a really tough one because, again, you can only pick the one. So I've gone with Millie. Leadership, meter eater, defensive structure, the way she just brings the whole team together. She is very much, and she plays a very similar role in Origin. She's like the glue. She really does bring them together, and yeah, I think that's why I think she's going to get it. But those other props, they definitely deserve a tip of the hat.
Tank?
Seriously, she's got the biggest
What's she
engine.
putting in there? I'm trying to think of the best petrol. I know it's not E10, whatever the good one is.
V-power.
She's filled it to the rim. Yeah, V-power. I can tell I don't put it in my car. No, Millie Boyle's it for me as well. I think Caitlin Johnston, though, how exciting is she?
I think she's such an
almost
exciting
so many
talent.
people's favourite players because of the impact she has.
Yeah, and then like Shannon Marto as well has had a massive season, considering the Titans didn't go probably the way they wanted to go this year. I thought she was huge. Yeah. And Salah Tongatuki, she just never stops working for the Roosters, but yeah, Millie.
Moving on to our hookers now, and the finalists for the number 9 jersey are Destiny Brill, Keely Davis and Emma Munzelman, who at times was coming off the bench and added a lot of impact. And
she seriously did.
Who are we picking there?
This is a tough one for me, and I was tossing this up for my team of the week as well. I'm going to go with Emma Munzelman because I thought when she came on, she provided a point of difference. She ran off her forwards. Her ruck recognition is fantastic, but very close. So for my team of the year, I had her and Destiny Brill. They were neck and neck. But I think maybe Emma Munzelman might get the nod from the players on the field.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think also Keely Davis has played a really good role, but she's not always starting in that position, or she'll move into it. Yeah, she moves around. She moves into lock and adds, I guess, another layer to their attack. But Destiny Brill for me too, consistently throughout the season. Her service from dummy half is so crisp, as well as the ruck recognition. She's different from Munzelman, who comes on and changes the pace of the game because she's in there for the grind.
Yeah.
But selection-wise and decisions that she's making under fatigue from the first minute through to the end, she's very impressive.
All right, our second last category is our back rowers. So let's introduce our finalists here. And we have Kezzy Apps, the skipper for the Dragons, the veteran. She produces each and every week. We've got Amber Hall, Olivia Koenig and Shania Power, another Rooster. Who are we thinking?
Well, this is a toughie. I'm going with Kezzy. I think she's been, when she's played out on that edge, she has been the standout edge back rower, but she does get moved into the middle a lot. And I think that's where maybe Amber Hall sometimes gets it over her because Amber's always playing on that edge there. But I'm going to tip Kezzy, but I wouldn't be surprised if Olivia Koenig was up there as well because she's been huge.
Yeah, Olivia Koenig's my one. What do you make of Amber Hall in that back row? Do you think she's there to stay?
No, I think she'll move around a little bit, but I like her power. I like what she brings out there. She's got leg speed, and for a big girl, she's really quick off the mark and she's hard to handle. So if you can get her running at the tags,
well, get to the halves.
If she can get at the halves, you're not stopping her. There's no way that you're going to stop her. So I like her out there. It just depends on how the game develops around her.
I like Koenig because I like the subtleties in her, get the ball playing in her game that she's got. She's got the power game, she's got the leg speed. Defensively, they're all extremely strong players, but I like the attacking side to the way that Koenig's playing her footy.
Yeah, and she could very well find herself in the Jillaroo squad for the first time as well. So
I think she was in my form.
Yes, I believe she was.
Which means it's happening. It must be.
And last but not least, our finalists at lock for season 2022 are as follows. Georgia Hale, Keely Joseph, and the superstar, Samaima Torfa.
Don't make me pick this one.
You have
Please. Well, it's hard because we've been singing Keely Joseph's praises all season.
Yeah.
Coming on, playing at this level on this stage consistently, she's been unbelievable. Samaima Taufa has led the way forever. I also think that Samaima's been so influential in women's rugby league for so long, but she's also really growing her game in the way she plays. One of the biggest threats, the biggest threats for the grand final for me, for the Eels, is actually the ball playing within the forwards of the Eels, and she's leading that. She's not just taking those tough meters. I think was probably the first player to set the standards of that modern day lock player in the women's game, and now we've got new players that are in there doing the same thing.
Yeah, this is a really tough one because, say, when I pick my Jellaroo squad, I'd be having Mima up front in that number 10 role, and I'd be having Keely Joseph starting at 13. So I find it really difficult to, pick between the two. But
you've got to.
Maybe I'll go with Mimes because of leadership, talk, and leading from the front. But I think Keely Joseph is
I'm going
right
with Keely.
up there.
I'm going with Keely to play the lock. As a lock.
Which position was the toughest to pick? Like, where do we have the most depth?
It's exciting to see the depth we have in the middles. For me personally, I think that's really exciting. But I also think our centres are really starting to build some great talent out
Centres
wide.
and fullback.
Yeah, and then when you consider sort of the back row positions that we have, when you have a look at Romy Teitzel and Yasmin Clydesdale move into edge back rowers, they have both outside backs. So that's how tough it's getting out there. Like, those outside backs are really hard fought positions, and there's some outside backs who definitely can push in. So, yeah, it's exciting.
And is there one standout? If you had to pick one player as a standout?
That's definitely going to win.
McGregor.
Do you mean RLPA?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon Ray's up there. Yeah.
Ray's a shoe-in, you think?
I don't know about shoe-in, but to me, she's really stood out. She stood out every time she's taken the field for the tricolours. She has led the way. She's broken the line. She's come up with really good play. She's been smart.
It's the variety, isn't it?
Yeah, So
Millie Boyle's
personally,
probably pretty close too.
And Mills would be very, very.
All right.
close too.
Well, drum roll. It is time to announce. We've gone through the finalists. It is time to announce your 2022 RLPA Players Dream Team. At fullback from the Roosters, it is Sammy Bremner. On the wing, it is Julie Robinson and Leanne Tafunga. In the centres, Isabel Kelly and Jamie Chapman. Our 5'8" from the Broncos, Taryn Aitken. And at halfback from the Roosters is Racine McGregor. Our two props are Millie Boyle and Caitlin Johnston. Our hooker, Destiny Brill. Our back row is Amber Hall and Olivia Kernick. And our lock is Keely Joseph. All right. I know it was tough to pick, but Allana, do you like that side?
Yeah. What are we calling it? The Dream Team?
The Dream Team.
Well, they nailed it. I reckon we were pretty close.
We were very close.
Yeah.
I know, but I only let you pick one wing and one centre.
Yeah, that was unfair.
I was instructed.
And also, we didn't know that you were going to announce it today, so this is genuinely so exciting. So we're excited.
That's
Pumped.
part of the
What a team.
suspense.
Who are we playing? Who are we
This is
beating?
the thing as well, because like when you talk about the people that were nominated, you got to put yourself in the other, like the opposition players' shoes, and say, okay, who is the most difficult to handle on the field? Who defensively is so strong? Like, who would you prefer to play with and not against? You know. So I think that's an awesome team. Ripping team.
All right, well, a big congratulations to our dream team. Thank you for your insight, as always, throughout the year, Ruan Sims and Allana Ferguson. Cannot wait for the decider on Sunday. It is the Knights and the Eels to battle it out for the 2022 NRLW Premiership.